What's up guys, it's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well, and the Covenant summon has been dropped upon us on what is Mother's Day for me in the UK. So without trying to get into trouble for making this video, I hope you guys are having a happy Mother's Day. I hope you're mainly taking care of your missuses and your mums instead of playing this game too much. But with that being said, you know, I've dedicated myself to reviewing new heroes in this portal, and I would be amiss if I didn't have a look at this one, because just look at the way this guy looks. I mean, seriously, freaking insane hero to release on a Sunday. So we have a brand new hero in the Covenant portal. His name is Scath, and he looks like a monster. So we're going to check him out. So let's get into the portal. Let's see what Scath is all about. And let's see if he's worth releasing on a Sunday. Man, seriously, you guys are just insane. Anyways, let's get this hero open. Let's see what he's all about. So first of all, he is a dark hero. He kind of looks very similar to like Shacklebolt-esque. So I think they're like in the same family. Maybe he's Shacklebolt's elder brother or like some kind of uncle. You know, he's absolutely monstrous looking. So he is of the Paladin class, so he's a defensive hero. He gets a 25% chance to increase defense for 2 turns after receiving damage. And of course, he is part of the Construct family. So he gets a Construct core, which charges every time he receives damage. And this core for Scath is a repair core, which is a really good core for the healers, because when a fully charged repair core activates, it boosts the health of all allies by 25%. So that is a really, really good skill for him. And he benefits from the defense up ether talent. So at the start of the battle, if you do manage to second limit break this guy, he's going to get an increase of 20% defense for the first 6 turns. So that is just awesome. Everything about this guy so far is awesome. Now moving on, if we switch off the max power preview, we can take a look at his stats. You can see he's extremely built towards HP and survivability. So this is like the first time in a long time that we've seen a hero like this. Total team power of 1016, 943 on defense, 943 on the attack, 990 on defense, and 2033 on HP. So as you saw with the second limit breaks, he's up nearly 2700 on the HP, which is just absolutely huge. And his special skill, it is called Void Bomb. He looks like he's ready to explode. So he is running at slow speed, so just bearing in mind, slow speed heroes need to be absolutely devastating. So I'm expecting this special to be something special. So let's read it through. So all allies regenerate 1290 HP over 3 turns. This effect can't be dispelled. I mean, that's huge in and of itself. The caster counterattacks with 145% of the damage received for 3 turns. He stores all damage dealt to the caster for 3 turns, and when the effect ends, stored damage is dealt to all enemies up to a maximum of 1050 damage. That's massive, okay. And this effect can't be dispelled. Right, so this is an interesting hero, and he can be really, really good. Where I think he's best suited seems to be like he wants to be a tank all day long. This guy is just made to sit in the middle of your team and take a boatload of damage. He's going to give a massive amount of health regeneration. If he triggers off health regeneration of 1290 HP over 3 turns, that is easily what, like 400 plus per turn, and the effect can't be dispelled. The only downside I can see about that is it seems like the effect can be nullified. So because he's running at slow speed, if you get somebody on this hero early that blocks buffs or stops them, Chang'e would be a great example, but even at the 4-star level, you could use someone like the first costume Sabina, just, you know, put her effect on him, and then you just completely disable him from dealing buffs. I mean, there are quite a few heroes in this game that I'm thinking of that can do that. You know, even somebody like Archie from the Easter family, like there's loads. But that is a bit of a downfall for this guy because he's running at slow speed. So I believe if you put that effect on him, then there's no cleanse initially. So it means that the health regeneration, which is a buff, is not going to work. And also the second bit where the caster counter attacks with 145% of the damage received, that's not going to work either because counter attack is a buff. Now the stored damage effect, where he stores all damage that's dealt to the caster for 3 turns, and when the effect ends, that damage is dealt to all enemies. Whether that is a buff or not, I'm not 100% sure. But reading the card and looking at other heroes, it seems like that would probably be a buff. So if that's the case, you can really shut this guy down. But if you don't have the tools to shut him down, or if you don't manage to trigger that off or fire one of those specials off before he goes off, or it gets cleansed, or they have a priority cleanse on the team that's going to trigger before this guy goes off, you better watch out, because he is going to be pretty beastly. I mean, he can deal an easy 1050 damage to all enemies, and that is just going to be stored damage that's dealt to the casters. So it seems like that's going to build up pretty quick. Plus that healing effect is solid. So I would say that this hero is very, very interesting. I like the mechanic. I'm not going to give him an S tier grade because I do think that there are quite a lot of counters out there for this guy, and he is running at slow speed. So I think in amongst the Construct family heroes, he would probably be an A for me right away. I think he's going to be really fun to play around with, but he can be dealt with relatively easily. So again, that's why he falls short. But yeah, honestly, if you do manage to grab this guy, he is insane. I think he's going to be, I don't know that he would be more usable in the rush format, but he's not really going to be someone I would use anywhere other than as a tank. And that being said, there are probably better tanks out there, but he still looks insane. And I'm not disappointed by this hero. I don't want to sound like I'm disappointed by this hero because he does have a lot of good things going on for him. So congrats if you do manage to grab Scath from this portal. Luckily, I was really lucky this morning. I had 5 Covenant pulls, and Nautica just jumped out at me. So I'm absolutely over the moon about her. I mean, in terms of healers, and maybe I'm biased because I just got her, but I would definitely rather have Nautica than Scath. But then she's not dealing any damage, and he's dealing a boatload of damage. So you can't have everything all day. So yeah, and there are some other really good heroes. Obviously, the most recent heroes, Guardian Elephant, we've got in here, Cinderella, Black Caesar's been doing the rounds a bit. He's in here again, and Tammy Tomo as well. He's been doing the rounds a lot. So yeah, it's a really good portal to summon in. I wish you guys all of the best of luck if you are going to be doing some summons. Please let me know what you think about Scath in the comments. So let me know what you think of this guy. Let me know where you think he'd be best used. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on that as well. And obviously, please drop us a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you don't want to miss any future updates. But for now, that is it. I look forward to seeing you all again in the next video. Bye for now, guys.